So I've been using Christensen I started in 1982, 86, but from around 86, 87. So folks, as I mentioned, I would have as a special guest from Christian Tools, I have Donovan Swat. Donovan, very, very big welcome to Capital, welcome to the Goldfields, and welcome to this outdoor expo.
Thanks very much, and we're honored to be here. Thank you.
What is your impression of shows like these?
To be honest, I think it's good for the public to see what's out there and the different brands and what's available. And obviously, each to everybody's liking. There's a different tool for everybody's purpose.
I think you must have had a good smile when I happened to stroll, because I got this list. I must actually share a secret. I got this list and I was browsing through and I suddenly saw Christensen electronic tools and customized toolkits. And I thought, no, I don't believe it. I've got to find these guys. And I walked around inside the quadrangle and I couldn't find anything. And then one of my engineers that works for me came along and said, there's this guy wearing this incredible jacket. They're my high angle guys who do all our high rigging on buildings, and they're forever dropping a screwdriver or dropping a side cutter. And they said, you know, this is what they need. And of course, moseying out of the studio across and suddenly discovering it was like an Aladdin's cave walking in there. I've been a Christensen user, as I've told you, for many, many years. What makes Christensen tools so unique? Why do the more serious engineer want to use your tools?
Well, we've catered ourselves into a market where we give the tool to the specific person, to his need, the way he likes it, in a layout that suits him. And obviously we've been supplying a quality tool for 55 years, so everybody just keeps coming back to us. If you buy quality, you don't replace. And the big thing in the market today is people, you don't replace your tools every 5 days. Like yourself, you've had tools for longer than I've probably been alive. And that's what CK stands for. We're trying to cater to the more professional industry, to the guy that uses it every day, that wants to look after his tool and help him do the job properly.
And I think as a user, you've established a niche market. You have established a toolkit. If I look at the one that is used, every guy in the military, if he puts electronics behind his name, he gets that famous car key. If you are signals, you get the car key. If you are Air Force, you get the blue. And if you have a blue box, you have the creme de la creme.
Yes, what we've done is we've gone into all those markets and we've specialized tools for specialist technicians. And it's paid off for us, because over the years, it's become almost like if you join the military or you join the Air Force as a technician, that's what you're going to get. Yeah. And the guys expect that tool. So from young, they've been brought up through their apprenticeship and everything to know that product.
You use a CK screwdriver, you buy one, you
Correct.
Never buy it again.
Correct.
So that is a problem at CK, because you're not going to resell. Once you've sold a person, you will add on.
Correct.
But you don't get broken screwdrivers. You don't get side cutters that break in half.
They're few and far between. What we try and do is we try to, every time something new comes out, we'll promote a new product to that customer, we'll promote a new case to him. That's how we get our sales on CK, is promoting the new products, everything like that on the product.
I've also seen that, I take my case for example, you have the bottom layer open. So I can put, for example, a fluke, which is probably the Rolls Royce of testers.
Correct.
You can put whatever you need. You've left place, because so many bags and boxes don't have that.
Yes, we actually have our own manufacturing plant on our cases, so we manufacture cases to spec as well. So if you say I need to put my instruments in the case, we try and do it all in a grab and go sort of situation, instead of walking around with 10,000 bags.
And what I have also noticed on the, I'm constantly referring to your big tool case, the big one.
Yes.
The latches on there are made for the bush.
They're made
it's not
to
a
last,
flimsy
yes.
little thing that when you flick it, it's going to fall to pieces in your.
They're made to last, and if they do give problems,
you replace.
we replace.
But again, it's few and far between.
Few and far between.
Nice, sturdy, good
Correct.
block, and also the fact that it has that protective canvas.
Correct. Some of our cases are made out of a leather canvas. It all depends on the actual individual user or the company's needs, and we cater to that.
Something I mentioned to you was that my case has lasted me close on 35 years, and in 35 years, the only problem I've had, which you just turned around and said, it's not a problem because we have the solution, and that's the foam, which is logic. 35 years in a case, the foam is going to eventually disintegrate.
Correct. That's also the only problem we've had with people come in and you think, oh, we're going to get a nice big sale, and the next thing you know, he's just there to replace his foam. Obviously, in the olden days, the foam wasn't as technical and high spec as it is now, so we've changed over the foams, and the foam, you can still use that same foam for your kit that's 35 years old.
So Donovan, let's have a look at what do we have here on show that is special, because I have seen a wide variety. I mean, I've probably, if I had Mr. Oppenheimer's checkbook, it wouldn't have been strong enough for today.
Yeah, well,